These are very exciting times for Lake Charles and Southwest Louisiana. A lot of great initiatives, projects, and economic growth are on the horizon for the city. However, with growth and progress comes great challenges. The citizens of Lake Charles have elected a mayor who is capable, willing, and prepared to address these challenges and lead Lake Charles into a better tomorrow. Today is a very exciting and historic day. We welcome and congratulate our newly elected mayor of this great city, Mayor Marshall J. Simien Jr. Congratulations, Mayor.
Hello, Lake Charles. This is Marshall Simien. I am the 30th and newest mayor of the city of Lake Charles. I am honored and humbled to be your mayor. Thank you so much for putting your trust in me. I will work very, very hard to make sure that the one Lake Charles that we campaigned on becomes a reality. I've been all around the city. A lot of people have shown me nothing but love and appreciation for the accomplishment of being mayor of the city of Lake Charles. And I've seen nothing but love coming from people saying, thank you so much, I appreciate what you do. A little child came up to me to sign a copy of their Lanyard magazine, and it kind of took me by surprise, but it also showed me the gravity of the accomplishment. And so I promise you this, that I will work as hard as you will need me to work, and harder, to make sure that we have a very successful administration, that our city will continue to thrive, and that everyone will have a place at the table. For those that, even the persons that said they did not vote for me in the election, they came and said, Marshall, you are now our mayor and we support you. And that is so important to me, that people lift me up and lift up this administration, because we've got a lot of work ahead of us. We have a great city, we have great people, and I truly, truly am honored and humbled to have the privilege of leading our city for the next 4 years. So thank you, Lake Charles, so much. God bless you, and remember, we are one Lake Charles.
I've had the opportunity to work closely with Mayor-elect Simien when he served on the City Council for 8 years and over the past couple of months during transition. And I can confidently say that the City of Lake Charles is in very good hands. Mayor Simien is committed to improving the quality of life for our citizens and has a great vision for our city. The energy and innovative ideas that he brings to the table are worth being excited about. Our future is bright, great things for our city on the horizon. And again, Mayor Simien, congratulations to you and Paula, and thank you for your enthusiasm, your leadership, and commitment to serving the citizens of Lake Charles. Thank you all very much.
A resolution celebrating the historic election of the Honorable Marshall Simien Jr. as the first elected African-American mayor of the city of Lake Charles. Now, therefore be it resolved by the Southwest Louisiana Louis A. Martinet Legal Society, on behalf of its member, that we formally acknowledge, celebrate, and immortalize the election of the Honorable Marshall Simien Jr. as the first elected African-American mayor of Lake Charles, and we express our deepest admiration for his lifelong commitment to public service, his trailblazing achievements, and his enduring vision for a more unified, prosperous, and vibrant Lake Charles for generations to come. Thank you.
The Bible says that wherever good is, evil is always present. This job is not an easy job. You're not always the most favored person. You're not always liked. But our hearts are in the right place. In order for you to run for this position, you got to want to do it. You can't do it as a hobby, because you ain't going to last long. There's a task that has been set before us to follow this man, to make his vision come to fruition. All 7 of us have vowed to make that happen to the best of our ability.
State of Louisiana, Parish of Calcasieu. I, Marshall Simien,
I, Marshall Simien Jr.,
do solemnly swear
do solemnly swear
that I will support
that I will support
the Constitution and laws of the United States
the Constitution and laws of the United States
and the Constitution and laws of the state of Louisiana,
and the Constitution and laws of the state of Louisiana,
and that I will faithfully and impartially
and that I will faithfully and impartially
discharge and perform all of the duties incumbent upon me as mayor
of
the city of Lake Charles, according to the best of my ability and understanding.
according to the best of my ability and understanding.
So help me God.
So help me God.
Congratulations, Mr. Mayor.
Hello, Lake Charles. I am honored and humbled to look around this room and see this place full. Usually the swearing in is on the mezzanine level. When they said they had to move it here, I was wondering, I said, what would this place look like? Well, Lake Charles, Southwest Louisiana, friends and family, people that have traveled. I have friends that came all the way from Atlanta. Welcome to Lake Charles. To my colleagues on the Lake Charles City Council, a wonderful group of men, I look forward to working with you. We have a lot of work ahead of us, a lot of good work and a lot of good people to serve. I am truly humbled, honored, but mostly blessed to become the 30th mayor of the city of Lake Charles. I am especially humbled and truly proud to become the first African American mayor ever elected to the city of Lake Charles. It is an accomplishment that I do not take lightly, because when I look in this room, I see people that I've seen all of my life. You raised me. I'm a son of Lake Charles. I hear the voice of my Father from heaven and the chorus of all those who's gone before us, whose sacrifice has paved the way for where we are now. I ask you all, as I humbly look around you, to say, we're going to work as hard as we can for you. We're going to do the best we can. We're going to make this city work like it's never worked before. And I have 7 gentlemen behind me, one who's not here, but I'm praying for him, that we're going to carry this torch everywhere before we hand the baton off to the next generation. But you know, all journeys have a starting place. And so the first person I have to thank is God. Pastor Brass ushered in the Holy Spirit into this place. Pastor, I'm so thankful. Pastor Brass was my first Bible study teacher. We didn't study the Bible, we broke the word open. And where the word settled, we discerned that word and then applied it to where we needed it in our lives. That's why God gave us free will. And it is the word that is going to be the foundation of what I do as a mayor, the foundation of this city, the bedrock of the progress that we're going to make. I also have to thank my family, and that begins with my mother, who's sitting down there, Miss Nolia Simien. I'm so blessed because I get to drink a cup of coffee with her every day. She tried to get me to drink it black, and I tried for a week, but that just did not work. So she says, I have coffee with my cream and sugar, so we just do it that way. But I'm also honored because my family, my beautiful wife of 33 years, Dr. Paula Simien, is here. And you cannot take a journey unless you have a life mate with you. You know, they say behind every great man there's a woman. I say on the side of every great woman is a man who's just glad to be by her side.
But I also understand that when two or more come together, so is God. So when we came together, God blessed us with his greatest gift to create life. And that life is with me today. I have my son, August, who's just graduated from law school. He's studying for the bar, so you know he took a break to come. I have my daughter, Grace. She's at A&M. She's an Aggie. Those of us in the family at LSU, we go through it every now and then. But also, looking online is my son, Marshall, the third. He's in Indianapolis with his beautiful wife, Bailey. He couldn't make it, but I can feel his presence all day. But what brings me to this point is my father. My father, he was the original Marshall Simien. He poured so much into me. I left Lake Charles for a while, and he became ill, and I moved back. But when I came back home to spend time with my father, I saw a different Lake Charles than what I left. I saw the scope and breadth of what we call Southwest Louisiana. And it wasn't just the beauty of the water. It wasn't just the sky. It wasn't just the proximity to everything. It was the people. We have in this area some of the warmest, the most gracious, the most deserving people that I've ever met before in my life. And I would do everything I can to serve you the best of my ability. Throughout the campaign, we touched people, we talked to people, we heard everything that was said, and everyone has the same vision for our great city. They want good quality of life. They want safety. They want to be able to have a good job. They want to have a place to lay their head, create their memories, and raise their children that they can be proud of. And we are doing that. And I look around here, I see some of my classmates from Washington High School. They got me through school, y'all. Our time at McNeese State University, we spent a lot of time. I remember they had just opened up the rec complex, and we walked around on a Friday and said, pool party at 3. And we showed up, and it looked like Elvis Presley movie. I went off to law school at LSU and met some of the most incredibly talented people who are part of our community now. My sister-in-law, Renee Simien, she's the clerk of the Third Circuit Court of Appeal. I introduced her to my brother. But look, you got to bring talent in when you can, right? I met Justice Piper Griffin when I got out. We were all baby lawyers going to court trying to figure out what the heck did we get ourselves into. But look, living and breathing history, the accomplishment. I am honored and privileged to be here because as we come to the 4th of July and celebrate our country, we're inspired by those that fought to give us the freedom that we deserve. And I would tell you, Miss Lillian Thorne, your singing of the Star Spangled Banner lifted my spirit to heights that I had never seen. But I also have to thank the outgoing Mayor, Nicholas Hunter. He was very gracious in the transition. We've always been friends, and we will always be friends. But Mayor Hunter got us through some of the toughest times that I hope we never have to go through again. And God always has a plan. You know, we talked, I was looking in the desk, and he left me a personal letter. And I will tell you, I won't share the contents of it, but our Mayor Hunter is a class gentleman. But what we did share was I told him that, Mayor, you have 3 young children. I have 3 older children now. You're going to have memories with them that you would have missed and never been able to get back. So that is going to be a blessing indeed. To the people of our great city, you have been so gracious with this election. Those that supported me and have lifted me up in prayer, I felt your prayers the whole time. There are others who said, Marshall, I didn't vote for you, but I'm getting to know you, and you're my mayor, so I'm going to follow you. And to do that, that's when we become one Lake Charles. And that's a very important part of my campaign, is that we come together as one. Because when you look at, Pastor, the Bible, the books of Jericho, when the people came together as one and surrounded the walls, they shouted and those walls came down, but they shouted as one. To the city council staff, and I've met most of you, and I'm going to meet all of you before it's all said and done. Ladies and gentlemen, I want you to take note that we have the finest staff in the state of Louisiana. They are dedicated, they work hard, and they stay up late at night thinking about how best to serve our community. And they've been through it too, because they were displaced just like everyone else, but they came to work every day and rolled up their sleeves and made sure that we came back, that Lake Charles came back, that Southwest Louisiana came back. And right now, we're on the cusp of going into becoming the greatest economy in the United States of America. But to do that, that's going to require stewardship. So as I look at our delegates in the audience, our elected representatives, and especially the 7 talented gentlemen that shares this stage with me, we've got our work cut out for us. But we're going to work as one. And we're going to do everything that we can to make this city the greatest city in Louisiana, the greatest city in the United States, hopefully the greatest city on earth. You know, the theme of my campaign was always One Lake Charles, and it's a vision. It's not just a vision, it's a commitment. Some people say, well, you know, there's no I in team, or there's no I in we, but there is an I. It's called inclusion. And if we include everyone, then we start avoiding some of the pitfalls that stop us from being where we are. You know, there's a national discourse about DEI, diversity, equity, and inclusion. All we need is inclusion, and the other two take care of themselves. Throughout this city, there's some very, very talented people, young people, older people, all kind of people from different backgrounds. And we're going to call upon that talent, because that is going to make this team come together. We don't have all the answers, but most of you do. And we're going to get those answers from you, implement them, and make this city the Lake Charles that we can all be proud of. Once again, I want to thank you for this honor and privilege to be able to be elected to serve and lead our community. I will work hard, and I will make you proud. And I will work with these gentlemen with me as they implement my vision, and I make each of them proud of the people that they represent, because we are going to be one Lake Charles. Thank you.
What so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we'd watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rockets' red glare
Wow. Wow, absolutely incredible. Great job, Lillian.